One of the most important concepts that I'm really trying to get across is how do love and fear affect us? We already saw that if you have a lucid dream of absolute amazement and you feel excited and happy, that it affects us the same as we're awake. If you get into a state of meditation and you feel things and you visualize things, it affects us in the same way. What you're seeing here is a waveform of fear and love. Fear is a very long-moving wave, very slow. And love is a fast-moving wave, very fast in nature. And so I'm going to play another little video clip that kind of gives an idea of how these things of fear and love do affect us and how important it is to try to stay in a place of love.
Became terribly interested in the molecular structure of water and what affects it. Now, water is the most receptive of the four elements. Mr. Emoto thought perhaps it would respond to non-physical events. So he set up a series of studies, applied mental stimuli, and photographed it with a dark field microscope. This first picture is a picture of water from the Fujiwara Dam. And this picture is the same water after receiving a blessing from a Zen Buddhist monk. Now, in this next series of pictures, Mr. Emoto printed out words, taped them to bottles of distilled water, and left them out overnight. This first photograph is a picture of the pure distilled water, just the essence of itself. These subsequent photographs, as you can see, are each different. This is the chi of love. And we move along here to thank you. And you can see where he taped that to this bottle here. But if you read Japanese, you already knew that. Now, Mr. Emoto speaks of the thought or intent being the driving force in all of this. The science of how that actually affects the molecules is unknown, except to the water molecules, of course. And it's really fascinating when you keep in mind that 90% of our bodies are water.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? If thoughts can do that to water, imagine what our thoughts can do to us.
So what we're seeing is that thoughts, emotions are very powerful in affecting not only our body but our reality, what we see, what we experience. This is another example. If you take the double helix DNA structure and you superimpose the waveforms on it, and this comes from Greg Braden and Dr. Dan Winters in his book Awaken to Zero Point. What they did is a lot of studies on the effect of emotion and the DNA. And they found that whenever the waveform would go over the double helix structure, what it would do is it would create new coding sites for growth wherever it would touch. Because the DNA have little micro antennae that pick up waves of emotion. Wherever they touch, they create new coding sites for growth. As you can see, fear touches less than half, and love touches like twice as much. So I'm just bringing this up because we all know that the power of love and happiness is very powerful, but maybe not quite as much. And the reason why I bring this up in lucid dreaming is because lucid dreaming is such a powerful tool that we have. in order to experience things that we may not be able to experience while we're awake, bringing in perceptions. What we saw earlier is that it doesn't really matter whether you experience things in a dream, in a visualization, in a meditation, or for real, but it affects the body in the exact same way. So lucid dreaming is powerful, meditation is powerful, visualization is powerful. With our nervous system as strong as it is, with our intention, our ability to direct our mind in any direction that we want it to go, then we can use this as an incredible tool for healing, physical body, depression, all kinds of things.